This video is about installing programs. There are two types of files that you can install. One of those types is an exe file, which is usually called setup exe. The other type of file is the MSI file, which is short for Microsoft installer file. There is a usual. There are you when you install a program. There are usually a few standard questions that are asked of you. One of starting with the first thing it probably will ask you is, do you accept some type of a license agreement? That's the EULA. When you're installing Microsoft programs, it's usually the EULA agreement or some other type of agreement like the new agreement, which is actually GNU. The second thing it probably asks you is what directory do you want to install the program into? And of course, usually that's under the program files or the, let me show you real quick. Or the program is usually ask you either in the program files right there or in your program files x86 are usually where the standard installation occurs. Okay, the third thing is it'll ask you what shortcuts you want to add, like in your start in here, or it'll ask you on your where if you wanted to add it to your desktop up here or your quick bar, which mine is hidden, so I don't have my quick bar shown at the moment. Okay, if there are some libraries that it might need, it might ask you to do that as well. And a lot of times what it's going to ask you is Microsoft's Visual C++ runtime libraries. And this is pretty standard. There's no reason why you can't install the runtime libraries. So don't be scared or worried about installing the runtimes. A lot of programs require those, so it's okay to install that. And then, of course, it'll ask you the last question being, do you want to start the installation? And it'll start installing files from there. Okay, there's a couple things you should be aware of as a program installs another program. As it installs the files, it might add information to the registry. Now, the registry is basically a database of all the programs installed on your computer and where they are, which directories they're in. And sometimes it stores other information to help the program find the files that it needs to run. And of Okay, I can actually show you what the registry looks like by going down here to the start button and to the run and run regedit, standing for registry edit. And so I'll hit that to go to run. Okay, I'm kind of let's get this. This is not usually how it looks like when you start. This is what it usually looks like, and this is what the registry looks like. And it stores information in your registry, and it keeps the information. Like if you want to, excuse me, uninstall a program, it keeps that information of where to what to uninstall, and everything. So the registry is very important in keeping track of uh, where your programs are. But you wouldn't manually edit this unless you knew what you were doing. And but here it is, and here's what it looks like. And I thought I'd show you what it looks like. Okay. Another thing it might do, um, it might add a directory to your path file, and I'm going to show you where that is as well. Um, and of course, that's called an environmental variable. Okay, so we're going to go to your start, and then we're going to go to the control panel. And then what we're going to do is we're going to look under your system, and then we're going to look at the advanced system settings. Now your environmental variables are right there. You click that button, and these are your environmental variables. This is for of course, Windows is set up to be a multi-user system, so you got variables for the particular person that's signed on at the logged on at the moment, or for the whole system for everybody to uh, for everybody's environmental variables. And like I said, sometimes it'll add something to your path so that it can find that program. And this is where it is, and you can edit this. You can add or remove directories where programs are to make it easier to run a particular program. And when you're installing a program, sometimes it'll add its directory um, into the path, or it creates another variable. Let's see if I can show you something that created its own variable. Now, I've installed a program called New Plot, and it added a variable. It created a variable and added a directory into there so that when that program runs, it'll search for that system variable, and they'll be able to find certain libraries or files that helps it run that program. Okay, you've seen that. Okay, let's continue on. Uh, of course, lastly, you'll create shortcuts. And I got some shortcuts on my desktop, and this is what uh, you go down, you right click on a shortcut, and then you can go down to the properties, and it'll show you information about what's stored in that shortcut. It'll tell you where the program is, what directory the program is, and where it starts. Um, Now, the start in is uh, also telling it what directory to find other libraries and other things to help that program run too. And there's a compatibility. You can edit this to run it in a different mode for like Vista. For this particular program, you can tell the program that it's fake it. You can fake it out to tell it it's running in Vista when you're running in Windows 7. It thinks it's running into Vista. And this helps a certain program that checks the operating system um, to run, even though it's on a different version. And here's some more information that it stores in that shortcut. Okay. Now, all of that is pretty normal, and what I want you to uh, uh, learn about also is a zip file. A program, you can download a program off of the internet and it be in a zip file. Now, when you're installing a program from a zip file, things can get a little bit more complicated. Um, so, what you do is you extract uh, the program from the zip file, either using Windows Explorer or something like 7-zip, and extract it into a temporary file, and hopefully it contains a setup exe file or some MSI file that you can double click on and run the installation program. Now, that's not always the case. Um, uh, Sometimes uh, you can, after you extract it, uh, there's either a readme period txt for text where you can find information about the program and how to install it, or it could be called install period txt. And what you would do is you would open that in something like a WordPad or something like that that reads text, and it will give you an explanation of how to install that program. So in that instance, then you should follow the directions that are given you in that in those files. Okay. Thank you for watching, and we hope you learned something. And take care. Thank you.